Well, so we've heard about young Lloyd's work and his achievements and his childhood story, which is very touching and such, I should say, courageous experience. I should say, having to come out of that and will be the person you are right now. Well, we've heard about the Black experience, if you don't mind.
I don't mind them.
Please do share with us.
Oh, the Black experience. Thank you for asking. The Black experience. Recently, I was asked a question. Why do I do the Black experience? And I'm smiling because you're asking me that, and I'm very happy to share. The Black experience is the Black experience, and it's experience that stemmed out of a movement in the early 80s, 90s, where a group of men, Black and queer men, those days we were gay, but we didn't have a name, we just called ourselves Black gay men, went to the first Pride, and I'm not talking back in the 70s, 80s. I think when Pride wasn't Pride, Pride was a day of celebration. And we found out, we didn't have social media back then, but we had flyers or newspaper articles or back of a magazine that you found in a pub, gay white man's pub. So we used to get our knowledge and information by going into a pub, picking up these leaflets and running out. So we picked up one of these leaflets that said Pride celebrations in Kennington, South London. So me and our friends decided we're going to go there and have a picnic. Bring a music box, get some food, we're going to go there. It's our space. And we went there on a Saturday afternoon and we went to Kennington Park. I remember it clearly to this day. And we walked into this space where we saw people having tea, people on stilts, a Ferris wheel, and we just parked with our music and stuff. This police officer came over to us. No, first of all, one of the participants, who happened to be white, came over and says, "This is a gay space." We use that word today, but I couldn't remember. Are you gay? What? And we got members in our group, amongst us, about six of us, a group of us. And that was the only form of safety we have in those days. I'm talking about the early 90s. It was about, we call it gang today, but it wasn't. It was how to be safe, and being safe was in numbers. So we were sitting in this park and we all looked at each other, what is this person's talking about? So I said, well, what does it mean to be gay? That's what my response. What does a gay person look like? Yeah, we are. So we tended to just go away. And next thing you know, we had this white policeman with a uniform coming over to us. Excuse me, lads. Sorry to put the accent, I remember it. Excuse me, lads. Do you know this is a gay event? Could you please pack up and leave? I went, what? And that day was the birth of the Black experience, because we then formed a movement and we then went to Lambeth Town Hall and banged on their door and said, you know what? The gay event that you had in Kennington isn't diverse. We represent our community and we need a space. And cut a long story short, we then were able to carve a space with the next Pride event, and that took place in Brockwell. Then a year after, Finsbury Park. Then went to Vaux Victoria Park. And from all those experiences, the name Black Experience was something we called a group. And we were putting on, in those days, we didn't have spaces. So we put on private parties where someone gave up their living room, we'll put the sofa out in the garden, we'll make food, get a DJ. I was DJing those days. We put the music and we charged people £3, £2 to get in, or £4. And that started the movement. Over years, as you know, friends depart. And I thought to myself, we need to maintain a space. And I was able to secure a space in Surrey. And it was a space at a youth centre that had a bit of greenery and had facilities to accommodate young people. But I was able to secure that space 15 years ago. A friend was managing it. However, I took over in the last couple of years and felt this space is unique. This space is needed. It's needed in a way that I can only describe as a healing circle. And what is the Black experience? It's a space where black men, or black men particularly, come together once a year to be amongst themselves. I'm sorry, it's not open to women, but I'm trying to work. I'm working on that for next year.
We need that.
You need that too. But we all, going back to early discussion, I now realise as an adult in working environments that if black men do come together, it's always questioned, what are they plotting? What are they planning? And we don't have these spaces in our workplace. We don't have these spaces in our community. But what's one thing about the Black experience and the space I provide, it's a unique opportunity for men, black men specifically, to come together and share experiences. Basically, like you said earlier on, is that telling stories, realising you're not alone with your experience. So it's happening this August. It happens every August. It's in Surrey. It's an alternative to Bank Holiday Carnival. It's open to black men who have real relationship with black men, trans men, bi men, gay men. I try to ditch labels. I personally say it's a black men who have relationships with black men or men space. It's a healing circle. We have activities, campfire. Abby's been there. Abby can share his experience one day, what he got from it. But it's an opportunity for us to learn through our experiences. As you said, what victim survivors need when reporting is to know they can come to their community and meet people who would listen. That's what the space provides. We do canoeing, we do campfire discussion, and why I do this? At the end of each, it's a 5-day event. We camp together, sleep together. I need to question, can't phrase that. We camp together. There's dormitories, there's tents, sleep in the court. Everybody shares, wake up, have breakfast. You can chill at the river, go fishing, or just go on a bike, go on the river, or just chill, read a book. But for me, seeing at the end when members leave, that's joy in their face, that identifies you've come from a toxic environment. We live in our lives day in and day out in environments that are very toxic. Home Office, government use a space they call, not say toxic, I get the name again, but we come from spaces in our everyday lives that are very difficult to be yourself. The space provides the opportunity to be yourself. Having the opportunity to laugh again. You know, we're talking about victim survivors. Would it be nice if a victim survivor could say, I want to laugh, I want to be happy?
Yes, I'm going to share. I'm going to share with whoever is interested, because it's an open invitation. So whoever is interested, you know, you can contact us on our, you can email us, you can check out for more details from the website, our Instagram. You can always drop a text to Coach or Abby. We'll be sharing the information of how it will go on. Well, it's really been such a pleasure having you. And thank you very, very much for sharing with us. I believe this podcast is going to be very beneficial to many of our members, because you've shared your story with them, and maybe those who can't really open up will come up and, you know, talk about their experiences more, and maybe know that there is help. They can always get help and support. People have been through the same, and people are trying to come out through of such situations and abuses, and you can make it. You can stop being a victim and be a survivor. Yes.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. So do you have a word or a message you would like to share?
To share that a victim or survivor not reporting someone means that person will be able to do it to someone else. Yeah, that's the word I would leave. If we don't report, we allow these people individuals to do it to someone else.
We need to share these experiences, these abuses, and we need these people out of our communities. Because if you don't share, someone else is going to get hurt, and you might not also be able to recover. So, well, that is it for our podcast tonight. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us. Those who have been watching and those of you who are going to tune in, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. We've had Young Lloyd here, aka, I think we'll have to change that the other way around. Yes, if you have your questions, don't forget, we can always share with us, write an email or share on our platforms, our media platforms. You know where to find us, most of you. And it is always amazing and lovely to have you